Pisces gang, what it do, you guys? It's your girl, Empress 777 here today with a general love message for my Pisces soul family. I hope you guys are doing super fantastic. I most certainly am. Holy angels and spirit guys, please give us exactly what we need to know for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. These messages are general, guys, right? So use your intuition to guide you towards the messages that are here for you today and leave the rest for whoever else is here for, okay? That's how that goes. Cross watchers, place yourself where you belong in the story. Take a moment and click that like button. Click the subscribe button as well if you want to make it official and become a part of this channel. Shoot me a little comment. That helps with our engagement and it helps the algorithm to send this video to others who can join the family as well. So just shoot me a little, hey girl, hey, how you doing? What's up? What's going on? Whatever you want to say, okay? Put your little flavor on it, okay? Now, I wanted to get through that really quickly because there's a sense of urgency that I feel for this messaging. I don't know if this is coming as a forewarning for those of you who have actively been releasing yourself from this addiction. This does feel like an addiction to a connection and an addiction to a person, an addiction to the energy that the both of you cultivated with one another. There were a lot of unhealthy parts of this connection. I can feel it already. I feel like a great majority of you have released that need to contact this person or spin the block, however you want to state it, okay? If this is your story, there was definitely a time where there was an addiction that was very much so present. That was mirrored between you and this individual. They are very much so still in this cycle of wanting to numb themselves. They feel like they have been completely awoken to what is really happening now. So I get the idea that this is somebody who either called your bluff on walking away or called your bluff on how you were intending to treat them moving forward. Because for some of you, you might still be engaging with this individual to an extent. It of course is not to the same extent that it was prior to you coming to your own realizations about the truth of this connection. I'm almost getting the idea that you stopped lying to yourself, right? So I don't think that you were purposefully lying to yourself. I feel like you wanted to believe that this person was going to be a certain way, or you wanted to believe that this connection would be great, would be good for you, would be okay, would work out, right? Like things would work themselves out. You ultimately had to take control, I feel, and you came to your own realizations. Now, this is somebody who is used to playing around, right? They're used to like, oh, okay, we're not together anymore, ha ha ha, right? Like it's a little kiki, and it's almost as if this person feels as though once you are not upset anymore, once you have come to, because this person is giving me the energy that they feel like when you get mad, you get tunnel vision, you black out. So you don't care who is in the line of fire, anybody can get it. For some of you, your tongue, baby, okay, that tongue lashing is like no other. It's definitely like knives striking right through people's egos, through their stupidity, through their ignorance, whoever. Right? Whoever you got to chop down. This person views those as like tantrums, not as you telling them that you're at your wit's end, that you're just about done, or that they have this much time left. They view you acting out is what I'm hearing, like you stepping out of line with them. They view that as a tantrum rather than something that they should pay close attention to. So I feel like this person played with it. Whatever transpired between the two of you more recently, for a good majority of you, only take it if it resonates. I do feel like you either cursed this person out or you just really gave them a piece of your mind. You may have spoken to them in a very abrupt or curt way, very short, very to the point, straight shooter, no chaser, pow pow. Whatever it is that you relate to this individual, they still kind of looked at it as, oh, Pisces will get over it. Oh, Pisces will move on from this. Oh, I'll just give Pisces a little bit of time, and once I do that, as time passes and progresses, them being upset, this attitude, this tantrum, this ego, they're saying you have the ego now. Okay, I got it, noted. Will bypass us, and Pisces will be back, and we'll be on cloud 9 again, right? We'll be high, high, high as the sky high, high, okay? On another planet, in another galaxy. So this individual definitely, I don't know if they shared this with you, but they also shared that sentiment of addiction. they almost like the highs and lows of the connection. They almost look forward to it. That's very toxic in and of itself. They almost viewed like the lows, the valleys of your connection, those more toxic incidences and circumstances, even betrayal for some of you, as the two of you coming down off of a high. Literally, it says always under herbal influence. This could be somebody who had some form of actual addiction, but I don't want to dig too far into that. They viewed when the two of you were off as coming down off of the high, and they would almost encourage it. So for some of you, this is somebody who would do things purposefully, right, to awaken, right, or to wake up that toxic energy, to get you to break up with them, get you to cut them off, get you to give them the silent treatment, get you to, you know, they want it to be an extreme low, so that when you come back, or if they attempt to come back, that when the two of you get back together and it's on a billion, okay? Like all the way up. No, it's not funny, guys. It's not funny. It's a nervous laugh that I'm having here. So this person is still struggling very much so with this addiction, you guys. Now here is the difference between now and then. I feel like then you may not have caught on to this pattern that this person has. They like this. They like this. They like for their relationships to be like this. And like I said, they will even orchestrate like false or counterfeit beef with their partner. Okay. They want to orchestrate drama and bring in those toxic patterns and do shit to trigger people and make people upset or make you go off the handle. They love that shit. Don't make no mistakes about that. That's sexy as fuck to them, to get you so mad that you're yelling at the top of your lungs and you're cussing and you hanging up on them. Oh, they love that shit. And what happens is they wait it out. It's like I'm hearing a stakeout. Right? Like on some investigative shit. They want to kind of peep what you're doing online, peep how you're feeling energetically, and they're waiting for you to come down off of that mad streak, off of that tantrum that you're throwing. Even though they're the cause of it, it's purposefully again, okay? And at the end of it, then that's the low, and then they want that immediate high. This is an addiction for this person, these cycles. Now, I feel like, again, as I was stating, the difference between now and then is the high, that hasn't returned for quite some time. They're still waiting. Time's a ticking. Where the fuck are you, Pisces? I'm even hearing for some of them, they're like, oh, Pisces' birthday is coming up. Maybe you told them that you was about to turn up. You was about to be on somebody's beach naked. You was about to be, you know, laying it low and spreading it wide, seeing what somebody's mouth do. I don't know. I feel like some of y'all was really flying off the handle. Borderline disrespectful with some of the shit that you were telling this person that you were planning to do, or the plans you were planning to have for your birthday. I'm telling you, okay? So this individual's ego, of course, this is the culprit. This is the ultimate culprit, and it is the reasoning for this toxic pattern of theirs. Now, they most certainly weren't expecting you to hold out this long. It's almost like a standoff, right? Who's gonna break first? Which I really wish this person had learned their lesson. Ma'am, sir, Brustis, can I have a word? Can I have a word? Can you wake the fuck up, please? Wake up. I definitely feel like for a good majority of you, you have come to your own conclusions, and this cycle of the highs, ups and downs, hot and cold, this inconsistency, major highs, I will say that, okay? Even you have enjoyed specific portions of this addiction, but again, it is an addiction, guys, okay? So you've actively been doing the work to try and break free, break yourself from this, right? You became very aware. That's what this woke card is stating. Knowing what's going on, right? Pinpointing what the fuck is going on, this game, what they're doing, this habit, this pattern, pinpointing it and deciding that you're going to do something about it yourself. 'Cause you can't control another person, right? So you're being on some real practical, logical shit. They're not there. They are not there yet. So this is why we're having this reading. I'm assuming. See? Savage. You definitely told this person off. Ruthless is what they're saying. Your mouth. Now, keep in mind, tarot is fluid, right? So this could be something predictive of the future. Okay, something that has recently occurred. It could also be something that happened in the past, but it would be the recent past. I don't get that this is somebody from years and years and years, more than a decade ago. No, I don't. This person does want to coerce you into at least having a conversation, right? But they're also nervous about what will come out of your mouth. They're very fragile at this point because I feel like you broke them down like a fraction. Okay, can I just say that? Whatever the fuck you said to them, they feel like it was such on the ultimate savage level, almost as if they didn't recognize you, right? Like, who are you and what have you done with my lover? See, right? This person is definitely going through it, y'all. They are. And I feel like a great majority of why their confidence is struggling is because they can recognize how confident you are now in your steps and the decisions that you're making. I don't feel like you over prioritize this person, but they were at least a priority in your life at one point. That is no longer a thing. And that's what they're feeling ultimately. Now, they have tried to move on. I don't feel like they try to date other people. I feel like they try to numb themselves in other ways. For some of you, this is somebody who drinks heavily. Well, they've done that even more, right? Or they may, dabble in this herbal activity. Well, they were doing that more. So whatever it is that this person indulged in, for some of you, this could be someone who's addicted to sex, right? Like, don't take that if it doesn't resonate. You know your person better than I do. Whatever their vice is to cope, to numb themselves from reality, they were doing that on a billion. They're still quite doing that. This was with the intent to release this, to let this go, but it only dug them in deeper into this hole, okay? A hole full of feelings. They hate this shit. They do. They feel like their emotions are controlling them. They feel like they're out of control now, right? Like they're losing control. They're definitely getting caught up in the matrix is what I'm hearing. Lots of negative self-talk. And they're even trying to convince themselves of what you might be doing outside of this connection. Because for a great majority of you, the way that you came off to this person, whatever you said to them, how you're handling them now, your behavior, this confidence of yours is reading to them. It's giving to them that you have moved on, that you are doing other things outside of this connection with other people, that you are now invested elsewhere. That might not be true, but that's what they're feeling. Okay, these are the thoughts that they're having when they're all up in their feels. It also would give to the fact that in their mind, so much time has passed that they can only think to themselves that you're with somebody else, that you're the one playing the games, that you're the one out getting it in, is what I'm hearing. And they've attempted to do that as well. But for some of you, you may have just been sticking to yourself. You may have been focused on other things besides people, besides dating. This is just their thought process because you haven't come back to get them high. They're waiting. Now, this is a fiend at this point, okay? You got this person fiending. And fiends do some outrageous shit in order to get a hit, right? In order to get that high satisfied. So you just be careful, okay? Be careful. I'm not saying that this person is violent, but I am saying that they, it's the energy of them feeling like they need to do something. And there may be a bit of manipulation in there, okay? So we have the Three of Cups. Exactly. This person feels like you are out with multiple people, okay? They feel like there's a third party situation going on here, because if that wasn't the case, then my Pisces, the Pisces that I know, would have never talked to me like that and would have already been back up on this D, okay? Would have already been back up in this poom poom. Would have already. So there has to be another person. Like, what are we even talking about here? In their mind, guys, that's what's going on in their mind. Wow. I'm sorry. They are wanting to approach, okay? They are telling me now, the divine is saying now that this Three of Cups is an offer. They want to strike a balance between withholding and also coming towards you with an olive branch. This is to gain information. They need to know where your mind is. They need to know where your heart is, where your mind is, where your body is at night. They need to know. There's something about this guarded energy, this standoffishness that you're giving this person. This could look many of different ways. This could just be, maybe you're only talking about the weather. Right? Very shallow conversation, very surface level, not getting too deep into your business at all type of thing. And you weren't like that before. For others of you, it could be one word answers. They're sending you whole dissertations, okay? Text messages that go on for page at the page at the page. It's like, damn, how many times this text is going to continue? Continue 10 damn times. And your response is just like, okay, one letter. They said not one word, one letter, right? So it's like teeny bit, giving them just one little drop. When I do feel like this person had access to your entire cup at one point in time, so they feel like you're being stingy, you're holding back, you are being extra guarded, you're not feeding this monster. It is a monster now that has been created. And I feel like you have already gone to rehab, right? Like you have already rehabilitated yourself from this connection. So you're good. I feel as though you did that on a more spiritual level, in a more spiritual sense, connecting with yourself on a more spiritual basis and coming to conclusions that would create healing for the long term, not just a quick fix, not just trying to put a band-aid over it type of shit. You've really been digging deep. You've been doing the work, or you will be. And this is coming off to this person as you're changing too drastically to not be laying down with someone else, to not be in cahoots with someone else. See, yeah, the World card. They feel like the two of you are no longer, not only are you not on the same page, you're not in the same book, nor are you in the same galaxy. I don't know how much time this person thought they had to conduct themselves in the manner that the two of you were going at it, because it does feel like it feels like a lot of toxic cycles, lots of arguments, right? Lots of breakup to make up. And they were down with that pattern. They would have been down with that for the long haul. They were good. They were good with that. So it comes as a shock and surprise that you're not good with it anymore, because they kind of thought that the two of you were on the same page, you know? You're changing drastically. This is not now just oh, Pisces is mad and I'll talk to them in a couple days, or I talk to them in a couple weeks, or I'll talk to them soon. Too much time is passing, so much so that they can energetically feel, even if the two of you are not conversing or engaging verbally, they can energetically feel you moving towards another portal. They can feel it energetically, the separation. They're trying to let you go. They're trying to release you. They do feel that pull. They feel you pulling away, right? And it's a drastic pull. It's happening very fast. These changes that you're making in your personality, your attitude, the way that you're, you know, treating them, the way that you feel about them, the way that you look at them. They've tried to let it go and just kind of let you go on your way. But this addiction, this is not allowing them to, okay? They need to feed this beast. We have the Emperor in the reverse, right? See, so that's that manipulation that I was feeling. This is somebody who feels like the two of you were meant for each other. Perfect match. You were the Empress to their Emperor and vice versa. I do feel like at the time that the two of you connected, both of you were asleep. And that's just me keeping it real. But at some point, you started to detach from frequencies. You were no longer seeing eye to eye. You were no longer being fed by this toxicity. It started to taste more like poison than like that extreme high that you once felt. So this is the ultimate change that has occurred. Now, they have not changed. So this is also where their confusion would be stemming from. And it would also be why their attempt or their approach is more sneaky than someone who's just being outright honest, right? They feel like they have to go through a back door. They are experiencing a lot of pain with the thought of you moving on, right? You moving on to someone else or just moving on without them and not really caring about fixing things. That's a problem for them because you were never like that before. See, Knight of Cups, you were this. This was you. Well, the both of you, rather, is what they're saying. After a time of heartbreak and a period alone, right? Now, I wouldn't go for more than a certain amount of time. And this is what they're really focused on, the amount of time that you have been disengaged or that you've been acting different, funny type. By this point, the two of you would have already reconciled. The two of you would have already started expressing feelings of love. You would have already been on this high again. This is more like love bombing energy. So for some of you, this could have been a cycle of love bomb, devalue, and discard sort of thing. The devaluation is when they would come in with these toxic games, mind games, manipulation, things to trigger you, things to get you mad, things to get you riled up, things to get you pissed the fuck off and make you want to break it off, leave them, give them the silent treatment, ghost them, that type of thing, so that a little bit of time could pass and then get right back up on that horse, right? Get that high going again. So they are definitely going through it. They're missing this. Yeah, this is somebody who felt like the two of you were supposed to be committed to that you discussed it, that you were on the same page, that is something that the both of you understood as being just how you are, how your relationship is, the work in your relationship. But I feel like you have unsubscribed from that. You no longer subscribe to that way of thinking, that way of doing, and that desire to have that toxic and addictive trait within your relationship. You want something healthy. Wow. They definitely want to know what you're up to. They want to know. Almost hiding, right? Hiding half the face behind this bouquet of flowers. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, my throat chakra. Because they telling me to shut up. I will not. I refuse. Come shut me up, bitch. Like, what? Yeah, they're trying to shut me up. No. For some of you, this person may extend an offer with some flowers, apologize with a bouquet of flowers, send you an edible arrangement, send you some kind of gift, that sort of thing. If it's not flowers, it may be they may just get you something that nurtures your soul, something that they know that you like, that will speak to you on a soul level. They're going to really think about this with the attempt for you, the two of you, to get back on this horse. They need this portion of the cycle. This is missing. You've been down deep in the valleys too long. Where the fuck are you? Wow. That's what I'm hearing them say. So they're definitely losing hope by the minute. Interesting. See, I can fix this. Exclamation mark. That's that Knight of Cups energy. They can fix it, yes, but you know that the moment it's fixed, this Three of Swords is not too far off. It almost inevitably always comes back around. That's just the way of this game. That's just the way of this person's patterns, right? Look at this. Wish I could read your mind. I bet, bitch. I bet. I told you, they're going to come and try to pick your brain. They need to know. They need to know. They need to know. What is Pisces up to? Like, are you really over me already? Are you over this already? Like, what about what we discussed? This was supposed to be forever. This is something that we both agreed was not healthy all the time, but it was something that we needed. So I don't know when they got that notion or what kind of conversation the two of you may have had, but that is something that you really regret. You feel like that was a major mistake to get on board with this person, to make a deal with the devil. Meaning this obsession had to end for you. Let's get one more here. And we have. So you're just gonna pretend I don't exist and shit. Yeah, that's exactly what Pisces is doing. And what are you gonna do about it? Shall you go and work on yourself? Shall you go and figure out your own shit and figure out why you keep fucking up every relationship that you're in? No. They're like, no. Pick up or I'm a pull up. Okay, I'm done. It's the obsession for me. They're obsessed not with their life though, with another person. That is just so, I mean, it's just one unhealthy trait after another with this person. So I definitely see why you jump ship or why you're thinking about it. Thinking long and hard about that shit, ain't you? I know it. Now let's go on over to the extended, okay? I definitely want to see what this person's intentions are moving forward. Why are they coming towards you with this Three of Cups? That's more friendly energy, but there's still something that they're holding back from you, like a secret, something. So I want to know. And I also want to know, have there been any significant changes in their behavior and in their ways of doing? Have they changed as a person? Is this Emperor card now flipped into the upright? That will give us an idea of if this has led this person to at least tap into their potential and reach the level where you are. That's the only way that it's going to work, is if you're on the same level. And I also want to see what karma is this person due in the near future, or might they be currently going through? Because I'm nosy. I just want to know. Let's see what lessons needed to be learned in this. That's going to give us an idea of if you've already learned those lessons and if you've learned them in time to fully reach this next cycle with the World card. That's the pathway that most of you are going. And then I would definitely want to see what their next steps are going to be so you can prepare yourself. And then we'll look at the best potential outcome, whether you decide to re-engage this or go in the opposite direction towards new love. No judgment, of course, right? Like, I'm going to look at both of those. I also want to know what subconscious blockages might be keeping you visible to toxicity and lower vibrational energies. Getting those blockages under control is going to ensure that you're not making the same mistakes and inflicting the same heartbreak on yourself as you're going into the newer cycle. You want to make yourself invisible to that shit so that you can just be on the up and up and work on your actual factual goals, right? Your money, like just being in a committed relationship or a healthy relationship, if that's what you want, having a life partner, doing life with someone healthily. It's going to be important to remove those blockages to ensure that success is going to be inevitable in this next cycle. And then we're going to get right into new love, of course. New love is always in the extendeds, guys. So I want to know who's coming in. Only the good, only the new. What's the vibe like between the two of you? What's the most attractive quality about this person? And what do they find most attractive about you? How will the two of you most likely meet one another? I also want to see if there are any warning signs that you need to know about prior to committing to this individual. That's going to be very important. I don't want you wasting your time. And then I want to know what is the potential for this to go all the way with you and this newer individual. I also want to take a small glimpse into your divine counterpart. Let's see what sign or synchronicity will spirit give you or show you directly, specifically, to show you that you've met your divine counterpart. Once you've met this divine counterpart, what will be the sign of synchronicity to look out for Spirit to signify to you that this is your person? Okay, so without further ado, click that like button, guys, as well as the subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload for this sign. I'm going to try to link the extended down in the comments as well as in the description box if I remember, guys. You know, habitual. I'm going to try to remember. Okay, so I'm going to meet you guys over there. Go on down to the description box. I'll see you guys at the extended. All right.